8 ball. Yeah, I love playing 8 ball. I play it all the time. Let's see what kind of break we can do here. We're going to watch the whole thing, but we're going to talk a little bit. And there's a 3 ball going down in the top left-hand corner. And look at this. We got 4 stripes bunched up. That's not the 7 ball back there. That's the 15. As for the cells, it's gonna be gravy. But let's go ahead and watch the whole rack, and we'll come back and analyze it after the rack. Let's look at it again and decide if it's good or bad or just okay. You want the cue ball to end up in the center of the table. And it went way left and it bounced off a couple of balls and it almost scratched, but we kept it up. And we're at center table, it's just on the left-hand side of center. Yeah, look at that cluster. So once we decide we're taking the solids, your next issue should be, even if not before deciding which balls you want to take, are any of the straight balls blocking the 8 ball from, making the 8 ball in any one of these pockets? And the answer is no. All 6 pockets are wide open and no stripes are blocking any pockets. So that would sound great to most players, but not most players. It actually complicates the issue in my head because there's almost too many options on this runout. You could do it so many different ways, it probably goes up in the millions. The issue now is you could stare at this forever and try to figure out what's your best option. Or just at least know what ball the key ball is going to be to get right on the 8. And I can't even get that far. It's either going to be this 4 ball or this 1 ball. Just because they're the closest 2 balls to the 8 ball, and it just makes more sense. So to begin this rack, I'm kind of worried about getting out of jail, which I'm referring to as uptown. I call up table uptown and down table downtown. When I was young, like early 20s, I would hang out with a whole bunch of old men in Philadelphia, and they were all one-pocket players and straight pull players. And then the young players, the big guns, would come in and they'd want to play 9 ball. And almost every single time an argument would develop because they were all gambling, and they would usually settle on 8 ball. If they could. So they'd play 8 ball, and I was always watching real carefully, and it didn't take long to notice that the best players always worked one side of the table first and got rid of all the balls on one side, and then they always worked down, usually from uptown to downtown, because downtown was always where the 8-ball was, so they wanted to end up there, and they'd pick a 1 ball for a key ball, and then they'd work all them balls to get to the 8-ball. Now that's how they did it. So I picked up that strategy and I stuck with it because it makes perfect sense. So without being totally positive on which one of these balls is going to be the key ball to get on the 8, both of them are downtown. I'm more concerned with what ball I'm using to get from uptown to downtown to make that transition safely. And it looks like it's going to be the 2 ball, although when you see this coming up, you'll see I didn't shoot the 2 ball very good, and I didn't actually get all the way back downtown. But that's fine, because now instead of using the 4 ball for the key ball, I'm going to be using the 1 ball for the key ball. I'm just using the 4 to get right on the 1. So let's go back to the video and talk about it while I'm actually playing it, and you'll see exactly what I did. Now remember, it's carved in my stone head at this point that the 2 ball is going to be the transition ball to get back down table. Alright, so this is just a basic pattern here, and I'm going uptown, I'm taking care of the 5 and then the 7 to stay uptown. And then, all the while, all these balls are being used to get perfect on the 2 to get downtown. So I'm looking for the right position on the 6 to get right on the 2 and to leave uptown behind. So this might look like a steep angle to you because of this camera angle. It's not as steep as it looks, and it's pretty much perfect. I don't know why I went 2 rails on this. I just felt like spinning it, so I did. And now I have a semi-long, almost straight-in shot on the 4 ball, which is fine with me. The cue ball's going to move a little bit, but all I have to do is shoot a stop shot here, which becomes a stun shot and leaves me perfect on the 1 ball. So this is just a stun over, but I don't go far enough. I misjudged that, and I should have shot it a little bit harder, actually. Didn't stun it over. So that's the whole theory behind playing great 8-ball. Now, admittedly, that was an easy rack, and that happens sometimes, and it's pretty much just a matter of luck. As long as you hit the cue ball right and do everything right, and your timing is good. It wasn't a great break. I'll give it a 2 out of 3, but you know, say la vie, that's how it goes sometimes. Peace, guys. Thanks for tuning in.